Men are often put into two groups these days, alphas and betas. There is, however, a mysterious figure, the Sigma man. These are not your average people. They're rare and often on the edges of what society expects of them. Sigma men don't quite fit the molds most people have in mind. There's a reason why they act and think the way they do, even though many people might think they're crazy. People in this group often don't think twice about things that other people find strange or confusing. What is it about Sigma men that makes them so strange? So in this video, we'll look at 8 reasons why Sigma men are often thought of as strange. Number 1. Very few people understand their perspective on life. The vast majority of people see Sigma men as mysterious and hard to understand. The Sigma attitude is a mix of strict discipline, stoicism, kindness, and vague ideas about how things really are. They stand out from the rest because of this special mix. They're like mind travelers who are always asking questions to get a better sense of things. They don't take things at face value. Instead, they look into everything and analyze it. People born under the Sigma sign think a lot about life and how the world works when they are by themselves. This isn't how most people normally go about their lives. For instance, while other people might just see a tree, Sigma men might think about how it fits into the world, how old it is, and what it has seen over the years. Because they think so deeply, they see things in a richer and more thorough way. As a result, they often come to conclusions and ideas that most people don't understand. Because they think a lot about themselves, they have a unique view of the world that not many people can understand or connect to. Many people think they are weird because of this difference in point of view, but their view is just more complex and multi-faced than most. Number 2. They are incredibly private and only open up to a few people. Sigma men are often seen as mysterious, mostly because they don't like to talk about their personal lives. Most people would be open about their thoughts or plans for the weekend on social media, but Sigmas would rather keep those things to themselves. They think that privacy is a strong tool that helps them keep control over how people see them and what information is available about them. Sigmas can make sure that their personal story stays true and isn't changed by outside views by being selective about who they let in. Because they only share certain things with certain people, they can build stronger, more real relationships with those they choose to trust in. But in a world where sharing too much has become normal, this method may seem strange to many. Some people might find the Sigma male's guarded behavior strange or even suspicious. He's just protecting his privacy, which might make you wonder, what's he hiding? Number 3. They don't always answer their phone or doorbell. Sigma men handle their personal space in a way that some people might find odd. They often don't answer their phone when it rings, and sometimes they won't even answer the knock. When the doorbell rings, a Sigma male might not rush to see who's there. Instead, they might remain quiet, making it look like no one is home. This has nothing to do with being rude or avoiding your duties. Instead, Sigma males need a lot of room and time to be alone. This is a time when they often think, recharge, and gather their ideas. This important time they've set aside for themselves can be cut short by things like a phone call or someone knocking on the door. For a Sigma man, keeping their space alone can be very important for their health. Number 4. They are comfortable with taking long pauses when speaking. People tend to talk a lot because they don't like being quiet. In a hurry, they might answer quickly or use filler words like like, or you know. That's because long breaks can be awkward in a lot of conversations. But Sigma men deal with this in a different way. They don't often rush or use filler words. Instead, they often take their time and think about what they want to say next. A Sigma doesn't try to avoid silence. Instead, they speak clearly and with purpose. They are sure of themselves or have a lot of social power, so the normal worries of talking don't bother them as much. Some people might find this method strange, but it's just another part of Sigma's unique way of talking to people. They would rather say something thoughtful than talk quickly about nothing, even if it means stopping a little longer than most people. Simply put, they are careful with their words, and a lot of people are drawn in by that. Number 5. They learn things very quickly. Most of the time, people are amazed at how quickly Sigma males can grasp new ideas. When a Sigma is interested in something, he throws himself into it and spends hours and hours trying to learn and understand every part of it. They can quickly learn new things because they naturally can focus very closely on things that interest them. It's like they have a switch that can quickly turn their interest into knowledge. Many people find it strange that a Sigma guy can know almost nothing about a subject one day and then seem to have mastered it the next. A trait of Sigma men that amazes many is how quickly they can go from being not very good to being very good. Number 6. They don't always like compliments. Most people love a good compliment, right? It makes them feel good about themselves and proud. But it's not always that easy for Sigma men. When someone compliments them, it can make them feel uncomfortable and make them wonder what the person really means. Sigmas are very sensitive and can often tell when someone is up to no good. Someone might say something nice to them out of the blue, and their first thought might be, why did they say that? What do they need? They're always trying to figure out if the compliment is sincere or just a trick to get something from them. Like, people who work in sales will use compliments to make more sales. This is why Sigmas will always wonder what the goal is. They have come up with a way to protect themselves. Of course, they'll gladly accept compliment if they think it comes from the heart. They tend to be a little more careful and thoughtful about these things. Number 7. They can be robotic to outside observers. Based on social rules, people often think that other people will act in predictable ways. Since Sigma men don't always act this way, they might seem odd or even robotic when they don't. Their unique approach to life, which is free of common complaints and wants, makes them stand out. A Sigma might not talk about the newest hit TV show or complain about the weather. Instead, they might get really into a niche interest or just be quiet and think about bigger ideas. This doesn't mean they aren't emotional or have feelings. They just use their energy in different ways. People think they are not human because they don't seem interested in common things and are very serious. This can make them seem cold or uncaring. They are different from most people, but that's what makes them see the world in a unique way, even if it makes them seem a little out of place sometimes. Number 8. They will cut off relationships without explanation. We humans naturally want to make and keep relationships. We're social beings after all. But Sigma men do things a little differently. They often stop relationships quickly and without giving a reason when they feel like they are harmful to their health or happiness. Most people feel like they need to explain or even defend why they broke up with someone. But Sigma guys put their own mental and emotional health ahead of what society expects of them. To protect their peace of mind, they are willing to do anything, even if it means taking extreme steps. For most people, this sudden distance can seem strange or even harmful. But for Sigma men, it's a way to protect their own energy and space. Do you agree with the points I made in this video? Hit a thumbs up button if you like this video and subscribe to channel for your support. I really appreciate it.